Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Rakah, Kadash.
Double honor to the head elders, the apostles, the great millstone, Shalom, Akim, here and abroad. All right, sincerity, faith, and truth. All right, in the spirit of our Yahweh Shem Yahushai, we're going to bring out these prophecies that's going on as we speak in the world. This world being ran by the Edomites. All right, this world being all twisted and upside down. These prophecies that the Most High said will come to pass in the last days. All right. And we got what? We got, the thing about the coronavirus. You got HR78, some crazy bird flu going around. All right. And all these different types of, CDC laboratory experiments that Esau pretty much is, putting throughout the world. So, the anarchy and the martial law and the different plans of the New World Order can take place. All right, by way of the wicked elite banking families, all right, such as the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers and all of them, because they want total world dominance. They want to hail the left hand side, but Yahweh Shemel Shai is going to rule the next world. Go ahead.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower.
Yeah, that's what the prophets would do. The prophets would set up to watch and see for oncoming.
The sound is right. Yeah, that sounds crazy.
All right, we good now.
Okay, should be good now. It's like it.
Alright,
So once again, all praises to Yahweh,
Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Rakah, Kadash.
Double honor to the head elders, the apostles of Great Millstone, Shalom, Akim here and abroad. All right, once again, we bringing out the prophecies, the word of Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakah, Kadash. All right, the pestilences and the prophecies that's coming to pass as we speak. These are the last days that the scriptures speak about. Okay, and in the last days, it speaks about how pestilences and wars and rumors of wars and all these things would come to pass. All right, and we're living in it. We got the coronavirus, the different bird flus, and all of these things, these strange events happening worldwide because the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai, all right, is working in the earth to bring to pass the kingdom of heaven, all right, to take down this rulership, this current kingdom, which is ruled by the Edomites. Go ahead.
this is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
I will stand upon my watch.
Right, that's what the prophets would do. They will watch for what? They will watch for oncoming opposing forces against the city. All right.
It says, and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved.
That's right. All right. And what's being said? All right. The prophecies, the things that the Most High said will come to pass. Well, one major thing that came to pass is the captivity of Israel. All right. Deuteronomy 28 chapter. All right. That came to pass. All right. Those are prophecies that we, as a people, fit. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Go ahead.
It says, verse 2, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain.
Right, and now we're living in the end of the end, man. The end of days, man. All right, the end of the end, if I'm saying it right, okay?
The end of days. And the Lord answered me.
That's right.
It says, and the Lord, I'm going to read it again, Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it.
Yeah, and the vision mainly is the final prophecies that are going to come to pass. All right, bringing down the current rulership at hand. The current rulership at hand is under Esau, the Edomites. Okay, they're ruling the world right now. All right, and we know what the scriptures say about Esau is the end of the world. So the vision, all right, is the martial law, the new world order being set up. All right, the different events that's going to take place that bring down this current rulership.
That's right. We can't forget about the floods.
Absolutely.
We can't forget about the fires.
Right.
We can't forget about the so-called UFO sightings throughout the four corners of the earth, the earthquakes. We can't forget about the volcano eruptions. All that's prophecy, man. It says, verse Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
We at the end. So we're in those appointed times where the Most High is going to bring to pass, the mark of the beast. It's going to bring to pass the anarchy and the uprising of the people, the great miseries that's going to come upon the world. All right? Because why? This world is upside down. This world is wicked before the eyes of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and it's going to be judged. It's going to be judged with fire. Right?
It says, though it tarry, wait for it.
Right, because we're in the flesh, and 1 year to us is not even a second to the Lord, because our day is not the Lord's day. So
that's right.
It seems to us in this weak, feeble bodies that we have that are subject to vanity that is taking long, right?
Because it will surely come to pass.
It's surely coming. It's surely coming. All right, like the brother brought out, man. You got all kinds of so-called natural disasters, all right, that's taking place. Fires and storms and hurricanes and earthquakes, tornadoes and mudslides. All of these things are happening worldwide. Why? Because the Most High is doing that. The Most High is judging by those certain ways, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It says, it will not tarry. Verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
Wow, it said, behold, his soul. Who's this his? Who is this talking about? It's talking about the ruler of the earth. All right? Go to Job 9 and 24. You'll find out that the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. So the his is the wicked, which is represented as a nation on this earth, and it's the Edomites. Esau, Edom. So his soul, the one that rules the world, let favor be shown to the wicked, yet he will not learn righteousness. Right? So his soul is not upright. This Edomite soul, look what they're doing to the earth. They're polluting the air, the water. You got all kinds of homosexuals running around. All kinds of madness. Everything is out of order.
Can I say this real quick? Dwayne Wade and his wife was condoning that his son wanted to be a female. And then I saw on World Star Hip Hop that the game, he was defending that shit, man, saying that you niggas shut the fuck up.
He's supposed to be a gangster,
hardcore
rapper. Right?
You ain't nothing but a faggot fangster. You know what I mean? Or whatever you want to call it. A fagster, man. Cause you indulging in the new word I created, homoism. Homoism. You know? Yeah, go ahead, bro.
You an a-hole lover.
Yeah.
Isaiah 42 and 9. It says, behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare.
And what are the former things, man, that came to pass? 70 AD, the destruction of the temple. I'm saying the Israelites being scattered, slavery, different other prophecies that came to pass, man. Those are the former things, man. Now the new things that the Most High is declaring, that's gonna come to pass, such as the offer of the microchip, the martial law of Jacob's trouble. Those are the new things that's gonna spring up. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Before they come, the Most High is telling you through his prophets, man. Through the mouth of his prophets. Read it again, Bobby Bishop, real quick.
Isaiah 42 and 9. Behold, the former things are come to pass.
And some of the former things that came to pass that I mentioned, 70 AD. The destruction of Jerusalem. Yahweh Shah being put on the cross. As a sacrificial lamb for the sons of Israel. Esau coming, the beheading of John the Baptist, Esau coming back into power, and right now we in the time of the Renaissance, whereas the Roman Empire, that deadly wound was healed. All them things came to pass, man. But now new things are springing up. Like I said, such as the mandatory microchip of the whole planet Earth, man. The New World Order enterprise that Esau, then he gonna successfully complete and successfully, accomplish, but he's gonna be had in derision. But these are new things that's springing up, man. Also, the coronavirus is a new disease that was not written in the scriptures, man. Because to tell you in the scriptures, even plagues that's not written in the book is gonna take hold on people, man.
There's more.
Real quick,
Before they spring forth, I tell you of them.
And how the Most High tell you of these things that's springing forth, man, through his prophets, man. From the apostles on down to the elders and the teachers and the prophets, man. That's out there on the highways and the byways, that's putting up videos week in and week out on the highways and the byways, man. Putting themselves in harm's way. Cause that's what we doing, man, on the battlefield. Because anything can happen on the battlefield, man. We putting ourselves in harm's way, but guess what? The Most High Yahweh, why Yahweh should have that hedge around us, man, whereas nothing's going to happen. Because it's been episodes where Edomites came by strapped with guns and shit, you know what I'm saying? We was up in another location, and you know what I mean? And hey, you know what I mean? He said, yo, remember that time? Remember that time? But
Yeah,
you was there, right?
Yeah, I remember on where we was at when we moved from
The last location, you know
I
what I'm saying?
I remember.
Dude had he lifted up his stomach,
Yeah, I
lifted up his
remember
shirt,
that.
and he had a ratchet. He had a ratchet on his stomach, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, so it's been times, man, but guess what? He didn't do that. Why? Because the Most High had the angel had a hedge around us, man. So we putting ourselves in jeopardy. We putting ourselves in danger. Hey, and that's being a part of this stand of ours. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's why the scriptures say the Most High was set in the midst of Egypt an altar. And we are that altar, man.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah, bro, you got more?
That was it.
You know, so, okay, bring
This is Ezekiel. This is Ezekiel 5:17. So will I send upon you famine and evil beasts, and they shall bereave thee, and pestilence and blood shall pass through thee.
And that's what you see what's going on right now, exactly, man. These pestilence, which is the coronavirus, then you got SARS, then you have the bird flu, the swine flu, you have all these diseases coming out of China. But guess what? When you really go deep into the history of it, you know, Esau, through the CDC, Esau being a so-called white man, like to create diseases. But guess what? He's not doing it on his own. These diseases that he's creating is the Most High using Esau on the left, but on the left-hand side. Because Esau is the sword, and pestilence is the sword. So Esau is being used by Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai because he's a puppet. Esau is a puppet, just like everybody else are puppets, because the Most High is the ultimate puppet master. So Esau is being used, but on the left-hand side to bring forth these pestilence, man, which are the coronavirus, SARS, bird flu, swine flu, and any other diseases out there that's uncontainable. Yeah, bro.
And I will bring the sword upon thee.
And the sword that the Most High is going to bring upon thee, which are the sons of Israel, is Esau, the so-called white man. He is the sword of the Most High. So is the Psalms, the 17th chapter, the 13th verse. And that's why King David said, arise, O Lord, disappointed. His New World Enterprise, because Esau is the sword that the Most High set up, man. The whooping stick that the Most High have using against, not just Israel, but all the rest of the nations, man. Because Esau is ruling. Because the earth was given into the hands of the wicked, Job 9:24. In order for you to find out who is the wicked, Malachi, the 1st chapter, the 4th verse, explains who is the wicked, man. So you got more?
It says, I, Yahweh, have spoken it.
The Most High has spoken it, man. And that's plain, cut, and to the point, man. There's a lot of shit happening right now, man. That, and we put it up on the video. Hey, the video might get strike because each time I put up a video on the coronavirus, they took my channel down. I'm saying not the channel, they took my video down. Or they flagged one video, say one channel that I put the video on, and then I got word through the internet, through the Gmail, because YouTube will send you an email and said they gave you a strike or they take the video down. So I was like, oh shit. So it prompted me to take the videos down from all the channels I was putting it up on the coronavirus twice. So it's something that Esau don't want us to know. It's something that Esau do not want the public to know about this coronavirus, man. And we bringing out facts. Okay, that's it. But you got something else? You got that, bro?
No, that's it.
This is,
You got it back, bro.
real quick, Amos chapter 9 verse 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword. Let's see.
Hold on.
Say that again.
Amos chapter 9 verse 10.
Amos chapter 9 verse 10. Start at 8, brother.
Verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh are upon the sinful kingdom.
Okay. It said the eyes of the Lord Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai. Alright? The Most High and His Son are watching. They said a sinful kingdom. Now, what is sin? Sin is transgressing of the law.
That's right.
What law? The Bible's law. All right? Does not America transgress the law of the Bible? All right?
Every day, all day.
Okay? Here it is, and what was it, 1983, the president at the time, who is now dead, he's in the grave, but he's going to come back as a slave.
The actor.
Yeah, the actor Ronald Reagan himself. All right, the great Ronald Reagan said that in 1983, the Bible is the law of the land of America, man. But here it is. We could go all the way back to 1776, where they said they founded, all right, America on Christian principles.
Christian value.
Christian values and principles, whatever
Okay.
whatever you want to call it, okay? So, is this not hypocrisy?
Yep.
This is complete hypocrisy. You know, the word hypocrite, when you go into the etymology, it means an actor.
And that's what Ronald Reagan was. Hey, yo, that's crazy, bro.
and what nationality was Ronald
A
Reagan?
goddamn Edomite.
Randy Hebrew, right?
just like his predecessors, right? Adam Weishaupt, all right, and Albert Pike, and all of those different Shriners or Masons that brought up this place that we know today as the United States of America, man.
Real quick.
The
Now
sinful kingdom. Go ahead.
Now that you mentioned Albert Pike, right?
Yeah.
Albert Pike wrote a book called Morals and Dogma in 1871. So like it's 1871, talk about the 3 world major wars.
Yeah, Hegelian dialect.
Yeah, yo, how in the hell, now it's Hegelian dialectic. That's right. Now, how in the hell, now, show you that these Edomites planted this shit long ago within the 1700s, right? Now, this is something that they knew. See, they understand reincarnation. Esau understand reincarnation. That's why they knew they wasn't going to live to see this in the 1700s, because they know it's going to take quite some time for them to establish it stealthily. So during that time, one of the elite crackers who started the Ku Klux Klan was one of the founders of the Ku Klux Klan,
That's right.
which is Albert Pike.
Albert Pike. That's
And
right.
he also wrote newspapers and shit and everything. But he was an editor of the newspaper column. But anyway,
Yeah.
this dude wrote about the 3 world major wars. The first one, the Second World War, and the Third World War. He said it's going to be with Zionism against Arabs. How did he know that? How did he know that? And guess what? We're in the Third World War, the beginning of the Third War, in the midst of the Third World War, and on a small scale. And who are the Zionists fighting against? Arabs. But how did he know that, though? Was he a prophet? Hell no, he was no prophet. He was planned.
He's a warlock. He's a warlock.
He was a warlock.
He was a warlock.
It was planned.
He was one of the highest ranking Masons in that time.
At that time, exactly. And it was planned. He wasn't no special dude. That was planned back then, the time of Adam Weishaupt, then the time of the Bavarian Illuminati wing, and then he's in Bavaria, Germany, and they was establishing the New World Order do Freemasonry and the Illuminati with Adam Weishaupt. They was establishing that, so he knew from the transcripts and the papers from the past, 100 years before, that this thing was going to come to pass. And Albert Pike also knew that he wasn't going to live to see this future extravaganza, or should I say this future event. But guess what? He understood reincarnation. So that bastard probably back right now to this day, man. We don't know who he is.
Right. Hence, we read the scripture again. Read.
Amos chapter 9, verse 8.
Uh-huh.
Behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh are upon the sinful kingdom.
America is that sinful kingdom, man. It was based off of complete rebellion against the Most High. And what's rebellion against the Most High? Essentially, witchcraft. For rebellion is as a sin of witchcraft.
That's right.
Okay? So this is what America is founded on. You go to Nahum, and we can read about the mistress of witchcraft.
Isaiah 47.
Right? We go to Isaiah 47, and we can read about, come down, sit in the dust.
Somebody get somebody.
Right? We're going to get all those, Lord willing. We'll get those just to prove this is the sinful kingdom
Isaiah
according to
47.
prophecy. America is that sinful kingdom. Come on.
And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth.
And the Lord said he will what?
And I will destroy
He's
it.
going to build it up, brother.
And I will destroy it.
He's going to set it up. It's going to rule forever, brother.
And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth.
So the Most High said he will destroy it. All right? So America, according to the Bible, will be destroyed. All right? Why? Because it's a sinful kingdom. The Most High like the scriptures say, He don't give no man license to sin. All right, you can't sin and get away with it. All right, as a man soweth, that shall he reap. You know what? Let's get Job 4 and 8 real quick. We haven't brought that out in a while. Let's get Job, the 4th chapter and the 8th verse.
This is Job chapter 4, verse 8. Even as I have seen,
Even as I have seen, go ahead.
they that plow iniquity,
They that plow iniquity, which is what? Sin. Sin upon sin. Edom, all he's done in this world is plow sin. All right? Just like you plow a field, you dig up the field and you plant the seeds. Well, Esau is plant the seeds of iniquity, man.
That's right.
How was America gotten? Robbery, rape, and murder. How is it still being upheld? Complete lies, more robbery, rape, and murder. You got a prison industrial complex. You got a military industrial complex. All right, you got human trafficking, drug trafficking, and the list goes on. How do you get around these facts? This is all iniquity, plowing iniquity in the earth. All right, go ahead.
even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same.
So you get what you get. You reap what you sow. Okay? You do evil, you get evil. No good comes from evil, man. Good doesn't beget evil. And this is what Esau is doing on earth. He's trying to upset the natural balance of things. All right? Which is impossible. Go ahead.
Yeah, because you said, how is Esau, allowed to do these things?
Mhm.
This is Luke 21 and 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Right, because Israel rebelled against the Most High.
That's right.
All right? The nation of Israel was found in the eyes of the Most High wanting, all right, and guilty of breaking his law, statutes, and commandments. Okay? So they was what? Punished. Israel was punished. Okay? And it was what? Put into slavery under all the nations on the face of the earth.
That's right.
All right? And now we are under the worst of the heathen. Matter of fact, because you brought that out, let me just bring this scripture out. Ezekiel 39 and 23. And the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity.
That's right. And Esau know these things. Started with the international beggars. They know who we are and why we in the state we in to this very day, man. In the land of America, man. Wearing our pants hanging off our ass, homosexuals, lesbians, transgenders, being gangbangers, drug addicts, the lowest of the low. Esau knows, some of the international bankers know why we in that state. They know who we are. They know we are the Israelites, and they know we sinned against our power, which is Yahweh, why Yahweh Shah. And that's why we in the state we in right now to this very day, man. In the land of our captivity. Pursuant to Baruch chapter 8 and 3. No, 3 and 8, Slakia.
God, it says, because they trespassed against me, therefore hid I my face from them, and gave them into the hand of their enemies.
And that's why we in the situation because the Most High, we transgressed the Lord's statutes, commandments of the Most High. So he hid his face from us and gave us over to our enemy. And the ultimate enemy of Israel is Esau.
Yep, I got you. So fell they all by the sword.
And so fell we all by the sword.
Who has the blessing of the sword? What nation has the blessing of the sword?
It's not Esau. It was given the blessing of the sword through our forefather Isaac.
That's it. According to their uncleanness and according to their transgressions have I done unto them, and hid my face from them.
What's the part of Israel's uncleanness? Sacrificing their children to Molech, bowing down to idols,
Right,
being
idolatry.
homosexual, which is
Yeah,
idolatry, committing spiritual idolatry.
adultery.
It's like a spiritual adultery and physical adultery.
Yep, that's it.
You know,
That's it. That was it.
doing that which is not right in the eyes of the Most High. And that's why the Most High brought all these calamities upon us, man. We got more?
No, go back to what Kasai was reading because
There's a little more on that Kassan. Yeah, read it.
It says, and there shall be signs in the sun.
And new lunar eclipses, solar eclipses, right? Go ahead.
And in the moon. And
Yes.
And in the stars.
Yeah, there's countless stars, All right, and it's like dealing with this area, New York City, this place is cursed, man.
Huh.
Because on a rare occasion you might see a few stars in the sky, but the Most High like blotted out the stars from the New York City area for the most part, man.
This is
You can only see the main brightest stars in the constellations, like the Big Dipper. All right, mainly not even the Big Dipper. Sometimes you can only see the North Star for the most part. You can always see the North Star. But as far as the Big Dipper and the what they call the Big Dipper, the Little Dipper, and all that, you can't even see that here in the New York City area, man, because this place has a dark spirit over it, man.
That's
All
why
right?
they call this place Gotham.
That's right,
You
my
know?
brother. That's right.
Because this place is a mixture of all kind of wickedness, man.
Yeah, because this is the place. This is like one of the main hubs where all of the nations come together. I mean, look, you got the UN building here. You got, hey, bro, you got museums here that's renowned all over the globe, like
Right.
the Metropolitan Museum, the Natural Museum of History,
The Chrysler's.
the Cloisters, bro. Like those are the Smithsonian. Those are top echelon museums, man. That only the elite bankers really know the kind of history that involves that.
Because they fund them. And if you go into these museums, right, and you look on the plaques of the funding of these museums to keep it going, you see nothing but high-ranking elites, man.
Yeah, people that you never even heard of. You know, so just to say that, because the scripture said, what about the stars?
It says, and there shall be signs in the sun
Mm-hmm.
and in the moon.
Oh, red moons, blue moons, right? Wolf moons, and all of that. Those are all signs. Go ahead.
And in the stars,
Go ahead.
and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity.
And this is where the wars and rumors of wars and the different, different events are happening that are all over the world that are affecting how things are going. Okay. This is the brothers call it the algorithm.
And perplexity means confusion.
Confusion.
You got a lot of people confused right now of what's going on and have not a clue of what's really going on because they have a lot of distractions out there. They just finished with the Oscars. Now the latest distraction is
The All-Star Game is coming up.
the All-Star game of the NBA. Now the latest distraction is Roger Stone being sentenced to 7 to 9 years, and that's a controversy because Donald Trump, tweeted out that that's a hard sentence. So now you got different judges pulling back, saying that they shouldn't give him a harsh sentence like that. So that's the new controversy. See, Esau always stirs up something to keep you distracted of the main issues of what's really going on, man. And the main issue is that coronavirus is out there deadly, man. That's a deadly strain, and it's out there heavy, more so than what the elites and what the people on the news is telling us, man. You got more than you got there.
Oh.
Yeah, I could read on. It says, the sea and the waves roaring, men's hearts failing them for fear, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory.
How is the powers of heaven going to be shaken through thermonuclear destruction, man? When the Most High, Yahweh, put the spirit on these nations to form that assembly of great nations to come up against the American counterpart of Esau and them gutter rats that call themselves Israelis over there. That's how the powers of heaven, which is a rulership, heaven means rulership, the powers of heaven, the powers of this rulership going to be shaken through thermonuclear destruction. Go to Isaiah, the 24th chapter, when it says that the earth is going to roll to and fro like a drunkard.
I can say something too on that. You're gonna have these elites, because the scriptures say, when they go down, they're not gonna repent for the evil which they have done upon the earth. All right, and they're gonna be hiding from Yahweh Shem Yahushai when Yahweh Shai return. They're gonna be hiding in the mountains and under the earth in these bunkers, in space stations. All right, but the Most High said what? That his hand shall take them. You know, and they're gonna go into captivity.
That's right. That's
So
right.
read that again. It says the powers of heaven should be shaken. Read that again.
It said Slakia. It said men's hearts failing them for fear.
That's them heart attacks coming upon men, strong men that's in the military. Oh shit! What the hell? They're gonna hear the report. This is not a test. You know, whatever how Esau's gonna broadcast it. You know, then it's gonna be so-called UFO sightings, which is chariot sightings, and these so-called mighty men of Esau within the military, and not only that, these different kings and rulers throughout the four corners of the earth that's puppets to the intellectual bankers, they're gonna be catching heart attacks, and then also they peons, you know, and also Jake too, you know. I mean, Jake to my Israel from Judah on down to Issachar, that's indulging themselves and aligning themselves with Esau, that's giving into the society. Yeah, bro.
It says and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken.
For the powers of heaven shall be shaken. For the powers of Esau's rulership shall be shaken, which is by nuclear destruction. Also, read.
It says, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory.
At the same time, the missiles being shot off, Yahweh Shah with the holy angels is going to crack them skies and bring death, more destruction, and deliverance.
Yeah, and they are mixing this ID 2020 thing with the coronavirus. All right, because that's going to lead into the issuing of the mark of the beast. All right, all of it, you know, not just the coronavirus, the economy collapse. It's all coming at the same time because they want to the so-called Illuminati. They have a time period to establish that agenda that they want to do, that new world order.
Well, as far as that time period, I mean, it's like the sky's the limit to them because they know that now they're in a rush to establish it because they know their time is short. But this was something that I was planned over 200 years ago when that's why it's called the New World. When they came over to the New World, they brought a new order over with them too. How they going to establish their kingdom? So that's how it's called the New World Order. The New World, which is America, and the order that's going to come forth from their campaign, from their military campaigns, man. So now they know that the order prophecies, and when you look at this right here on the overall aspect, when the Most High sent to destroy a nation, he sends his prophets to warn his people. So now Esau's seeing men that's out there prophesying against this kingdom, and Esau is getting scared. So now what he's doing is trying to speed up his enterprise, man, to try to get it established. And that's exactly what they're doing, man. Yeah, bro.
It says, it's like it. It says, and when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh.
Yeah, man, because right now, man, hey, man, we're seeing a lot of chariot sightings. You know, we're hearing of wars and rumors of wars. We're hearing of pestilence. We're seeing pestilence. You know, we're hearing of earthquakes. You know, in diverse places,
Economic
uproars of people, infrastructure being damaged. You know, or the worm under this society, which is corrosion. All these things is coming to pass, so it's letting us know that we're at the end of Esau's rulership, and he knows as well. That's when Revelation 12:12 come into effect, man. And that's why he's unleashing all these pestilences, such as the coronavirus, such as SARS.
They had a new one too. I forgot the name.
Yeah, another one in Africa.
Yeah, and they not only that, mentioning of Africa, right? We have the pestilence of locusts.
Yeah.
That's damn near engulfed the whole country, but now it's evidence, and also it's evidence that pestilence done traveled to India, Pakistan, them locusts, man, and those are plagues from the Most High. Ancient plagues and new plagues the Most High is going to spring up, man. But that's an ancient plague. Locusts, man. You know?
Priesthood.
You got more? That's it?
That was it.
Okay, bro.
Con, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24. Chapter 24, verse 20. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter.
You gotta you gotta go back, man. You gotta go to go to the 5th chapter. The 5th verse, like the 5th verse.
Can I read it when it's 22?
Matthew 24, verse 5. You want to read that?
I was gonna read 20, like the point was in 22.
All right, so bring it out first. Then we gonna go.
Con. Verse 21, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world.
And we're going to see that, man. And that's going to be, that tribulation is going to be marked as Jacob's trouble. And how we will start through this coronavirus, because they're going to begin with, if the coronavirus continue to spread, they're going to come up with a solution of mass vaccinations, man, and quarantines. And a lot of people want to buck up against that. And no, I'm not going to be, I've never been vaccinated. All right, the last time I've been vaccinated, I was a little kid. I had no control over that. When I was like 4 or 5 years old. And they wasn't putting that all kind of, I mean, they had bad vaccinations there, but they wasn't putting vaccinations where you going to become what you call it? Autistic, autistic. And you now, first you were normal, now you drooling, now you can't even talk, Yeah,
it wasn't as worse.
It wasn't as worse as it was back in the 70s and the early 80s. It is right now, man. Because now Esau is up in the ante, because now he's the devil. Because he knows that his time is short. Read, bro.
Con, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world.
Hey, man. I mean, this great tribulation is going to surpass the Babylonian captivity, 70 AD, the Flavian dynasty, what happened then. What's going to this tribulation is going to surpass the pain and anguish that Jake suffered during the time of the Renaissance. We in that Renaissance period when Esau, with hardcore slavery, when Esau had Jacob hardcore slavery, all that's still gonna be nothing compared to what's going to come to pass during the time of Jacob's trouble. Because it's not gonna be a cakewalk, man. It's gonna surpass all the calamity that Jacob ever went through, man. Read.
To this time, no ever shall be.
And it's never gonna be that way again. Because why? Esau is gonna be taken out of his rulership, and it's gonna be a new rulership, man. And the apostle Gabar put up, his video. He was doing. I forgot the name of the show, but he mentioned aristocrats, which means fit to rule.
Best rule.
Best rule. Best to rule. So I was saying to myself, damn, the aristocrats. Israel / the aristocrats. And I was driving, I was like, yeah, that sounds good, man. Best to rule. Because the Most High is going to put those that's best to rule in the position of power, man. Which is going to be the Israelites, man.
Elect.
The elect of Israel.
That's it.
Straight to the point.
Con, verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved.
Yeah, because Esau's a damn mad scientist. All right, because he's creating all kinds of concoctions. He's studying people's DNA. He's drawing blood from people. He's taking he's doing all types of witchcraft. All right, to go inside your DNA and go inside, your mind and your body. He has a black market on damn organs, for crying out loud. He's doing brain transplants. He's doing lung transplants, heart transplants. All right, he's giving people all kinds of drugs and pharmaceuticals, man.
Hey, real quick, bro.
Messing up everything, man.
Real quick, me and his brother here was watching before you brothers came. I couldn't stomach it. I couldn't stomach it. I was like, I can't watch this, man. Even though I could have, but I didn't want to watch it. Babies. It said in China they was making baby soup. Baby fetus soup, and they was showing the extraction of babies being aborted. Right on, bro.
God.
I mean, babies, bro.
Yeah, what gooks do in China is they only allow you to have like one son or something like that.
Yeah, but what they was doing, it's a one-child policy.
Yeah, it's a one-child policy.
But what they was doing, bro,
fucking gooks are disgusting.
Yeah, they was taking babies. It's not just only the groups. It's like a
It's like a regular thing.
a large thing, man, like an international thing.
But and all that.
It was talking about the goops making baby fetus soup, and it was showing babies being aborted.
Check this out. You know, Pepsi.
Yeah, I know baby fetus tissue as a sweetener. No, it's baby fetus tissue.
Baby
They use
fetus
it as a sweetener.
as fucking sweetener, bro. And Pepsi.
So is Coca-Cola.
devils, man.
Yeah, so don't drink Pepsi.
I don't drink none of that shit.
Don't
man.
drink that shit.
I don't even drink soda.
I was also reading an article last night. Basically, we had this group that came to the States with a bag of dead
Birds, right?
Dead birds, yeah.
Suitcases,
and
right?
I looked it up, and usually what they would do is they would feed dead baby birds to their pets.
God damn.
So that's what these gooks do. They're filthy, man.
It's all kind of videos surfacing on how these Moabites, they was eating live mice,
Yeah, right.
you know, and putting it in their sauce while it was alive, and they was dipping it in it, and they was speaking they Mongambo language, and they was eating their shit like boom, boom, busting it down, man, dipping it in their sauce.
God.
The fucking mouse is squirming and shit, pink little baby mouse squirming.
Nasty, bro.
He just dipped it in there and bit the head off and was laughing. You know what I mean?
That's
Oh.
They even trying to because you know how America's always in people's business. They trying to start a petition. I believe the article said it was somewhere over in South Korea for them to stop boiling the animals because they're known for eating animals too. So I guess they're trying to start a petition to stop like boiling the animals to like eat them.
Well, there's certain animals that's lawful to eat.
The dogs.
Yeah, I've seen
bro.
I've seen YouTube clips, right, where they got they butchering dogs, they deep frying dogs, man, and
That's like a normal thing. It's like chicken.
Yeah.
oh man, yo,
Go
and
ahead,
that's
bro.
why. And before you do the precept, you had a Moabite chick.
Oh,
Yeah, she was kind of with the sewer thing, taking the grease out of the
Oh,
sewer.
yeah,
But also, she was taking grease out the sewer, and these Chinese people out there in Moabite land, which is China, they was the land of Moab. They was frying that shit up with chicken, dog meat, whatever they could eat, man. They eat a lot of bugged out shit, man. So, and then it was a video.
abominable.
Sick bitch.
Abominable shit. It was a video of this Moabite chick. She was young. I mean, she was fairly looking. She
She's biting on a fucking.
She was eating bat.
Yeah,
Yo.
that shit's nasty, man.
She was eating bat. Eating bat.
Yeah, man.
A fucking flying rodent.
Yeah.
That's a foul it's a,
And you
unclean,
wonder
that's
why-
an unclean and hateful bird, like the scriptures speak about.
Exactly.
About how this place is going to be made a place for every foul and unclean and hateful bird. Well, a bat falls under that category because, believe it or not, in a lot of places in America, you got bat caves, man.
Yeah.
All right, and bats are very monstrous types of creatures. You don't want a bat flying around you, man. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Mama won't be out there.
Most of Mama Baldy. Mama Baldy's going back to the black look.
Instead of being folklore about it, being real about it, like if you see a bat, you don't want to be nowhere near that thing. All right.
Well, bats are that's unclean creatures, man.
They're unclean and hateful
Even though
birds.
most bats eat only fruit.
Imagine getting bit by something like that. Bro.
They ravenous, man. It was a movie called Cujo. Back in the early 80s, it was a Stephen King movie called Cujo. It was a pit bull. He stuck his head into a hole, right?
Yeah.
And trying to go for a fucking because pit bulls like to chase rats. So a rat ran into a hole, and then Cujo he got bit in the face by a fucking bat. And he became rabid. He started killing people. It was a movie called Cujo. Better than precept.
This is Proverbs 12 and 10.
Who the hell would eat that shit, man?
A Moabite.
Proverbs 12 and 10. A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast.
A righteous man regards the life of his beast. You got a cat, you got a dog, they considered beasts, man. You're gonna regard their life. You're gonna take care of them. You're not gonna cut them.
Lay down with him.
You're not gonna lay down with them.
Right.
You're not gonna
Abuse them.
You're not gonna
Mistreat them.
mistreat. You're not gonna gut them.
You know.
You're not gonna cut him, gut him, and then put him on a freaking seat, take his fair and eat him. You're gonna regard the life of your beast. You're gonna take care of him, man. Yeah, bro.
It says, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel.
But the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. Started with Esau. The rest of the nations, man. And then you go to Psalm, the 83rd chapter, it speaks about the wicked. Esau is the wicked, but these other nations, man, they follow too.
Yeah, they're wicked. They
wicked too,
bro.
man. They heathens too, man. They eat all kind of bugged out shit. Ishmael.
I mean, bro, one of the most wicked kingdoms on this earth in the ancient world was what? Sodom and Gomorrah. Those are damn Hamites. Those are Canaanites. So yeah, these other nations are wicked as hell too.
And then you got Ishmael. They don't like to wash. Then you look at their teeth. They got green teeth, yellow teeth. I mean, dark green stains in their teeth, brown. And the nigga woman lay with them. But we see, and then you smell when you go in you went to an Arab store, man, to get a water or something. You smell nothing but fucking body odor and funk.
Yeah.
You be like, what the?
Yeah. Out of all of the oils and riches these damn Arabs got.
And then guess what? And then you go into the store, right? Yeah. It's smelling foul and that shit. Who you seeing there?
The nigga woman.
The nigga woman, hey.
Hey, come here. Can I talk to you for a minute?
Aki.
Come here.
Come here, Aki. At you. But guess what? The crazy shit. If I seen it, this is true. This is a true story. I've seen this. I used to work on 125th Street, right? Now this bitch is arguing with her man in this. Now I work in that neighborhood. This bitch arguing with her man, bro. She's arguing with her man. She goes to the Arab store. Hey, Aki, how you doing? Outside she's calling this nigga all kind of pieces of shit, dissing this nigga. Jake, they arguing. I'm in the store buying me a goddamn vitamin water. She come in there. Hey, Aki, her whole countenance, her whole attitude, all that demonic shit she had on her, cursing out her boyfriend or her husband, whoever the fuck he was. Changed. When she went in that store, a new store was on her.
She transformed.
Hi, Aki, how you doing?
Can I get a soda?
She went behind the counter and hugged him and everything. Took out a pack of cigarettes. I got you, Aki. Started beating this shit on the counter. You know how they do that shit? Started beating this shit, open this shit up. Nigga she ain't get a nigga no fucking money, man. No, that Ishmael to get no money from her. You know what I'm saying? I seen this nigga. This is my word, man. This nigga was grabbing. Her husband is outside. Pissed off, right? She goes behind the counter to get a fucking pack of cigarettes, Newports, and nigga grabbing up and shit. No shit. Yo, chill, stop, chill. My man out there. I seen that shit. I was like, yo.
Go ahead, bring it out, bruh.
Khan, this is the book of Deuteronomy.
Yo. It's lucky.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23, verse 2. A bastard shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord. Even to his 10th generation shall he not enter into the congregation of the Lord.
That's Moab.
Hold on, let him read.
Khan, verse 3.
Don't jump the gun, bro.
Verse 3. An Ammonite or Moabite shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord.
There you go. Now go ahead, you.
Finish it up. That's some nasty, slanty Moabites, man.
Cockeyed people. It's an Ammon too, brother. You can't.
And also them Ammon.
Yeah.
The so-called Japanese, this is wicked and this is foul and nasty, disgusting.
They're brothers, bro.
Of course they brothers.
They're brothers. Moab and Ammon are brothers. Moab is the elder brother. Lot is the
no, they incest babies.
And Ammon is the younger brother.
They're not hillbilly brother. They incest babies. Incest brothers.
Yeah, but that's the way we gotta be careful too, because that's the way the Most High set it up too.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? The way the Most High set up that whole ordeal between Lot and the daughters. The Most High set that whole thing up. So we gotta kind of be careful how we talk about that too.
Yeah, Go ahead. You right.
An Ammonite or Moabite shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord. Even to their 10th generation shall they not enter into the congregation of the Lord forever.
Which is true. I mean, they do have something that has been proven scientifically to be called mongoloidism, which is pretty much a nice way of saying Down syndrome. But nonetheless, they are a nation of people that the Most High allowed to come out of a righteous man, which obviously in the spirit, Lot wasn't reincarnated through Moab or Ammon, but he was a righteous man. All right, the Most High delivered this man out of them wicked ass cities of Sodom and Gomorrah.
That's right.
So we have to take that into account and understand that too.
Lot is an Israelite.
Lot is definitely an Israelite. All right, bar none. Go ahead.
Yeah, so this is Jeremiah chapter 48, verse 16, and I'll jump to 43. It says, the calamity of Moab is near to come.
That's right, you damn chinks, man. All right, because you're proud as hell and you're disgusting people, man. All right,
Totally disgusting.
you are very vile people, and Yahweh Shem Shai is going to put you in your right place, and it ain't in rulership. It's in slavery where you belong.
They eat anything.
Yeah, along with your younger brothers and sisters over there in Ammon land, Japan. Y'all all going into slavery, man. You're going into slavery under Yahweh Shai and 144,000.
That's
And
right.
you're gonna be forced to be living and doing right.
That's right.
All right, forever. Otherwise, there's gonna be no rain, and you're gonna get jacked up perpetually. All right, that's the judgment for you heathens. Not only you Ammonites and Moabites, but you Hamites, you Japhites,
You Ishmaelites.
you Ishmaelites.
Yeah, Edomites.
All right, you Edom, forget about it.
He said Elam. He said
Oh, Salak.
He said Elam.
Elam. That's right, Elam.
Holy people.
They stink
Right?
too, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the curry eaters, man.
Curry is good for you, man.
Which is
But,
curry good,
but they don't wash their ass, man. So you got the curry smell coming off them.
All right,
die
dieheads. That's what I mean to say, dieheads. But anyhow,
bastards.
you know what I'm saying? Trying to be PC, but you gotta you heathens, you gotta go into slavery, man.
Yeah, man.
Go ahead.
It says, the calamity of Moab is near to come, and his affliction hasted fast.
Yeah, because guess what? All right, all of this vaunting you're doing, all of your leaping, all right, for the rulership position on the earth, is in vain.
That's right.
It's in vain because you are not destined to be the new rulers on the planet Earth.
You are not fit to rule.
You damn sure ain't fit to rule. All right. Here it is. You can't even get your own. You can't even eat the right thing. You can't even diet properly. You can't even eat the right foods.
Eating bad.
All right. Eating bats and cats and dogs and snakes.
And stingrays and eels and.
You name it. A Moabite eats it. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 29.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You name it, a Moabite eats it.
Disgusting, man.
It says, we have heard, verse 29, we have heard the pride of Moab.
Yeah, you proud.
He is exceedingly proud.
That's right.
His loftiness and his arrogancy and his pride and the haughtiness of his heart.
Yeah, let's go into a quick little synopsis of history dealing with our people, Israel. One of the main adversaries that rose up against Israel was Balak.
That's right.
And Balak was a what? A Moabite king.
That's right.
And I'm gonna get to it, brother. Hold on.
I'm not gonna jump the gun. You got it.
As soon as they don't interrupt the man to speak.
You ain't getting slacking, bro. Come.
Balak set up Balaam to curse Israel.
That's right.
All right. And what happened was the Most High reversed that curse and put it on them. Because Israel was not meant to be cursed, but blessed, And then you had Misha, all right? Misha, where we get the Moabite stone, all right? Which they knew the name of the Heavenly Father, but they were a bunch of what? Idolaters. That's what the nations are inherently. The nations, Moab, Ammon, you name them, Ham, they're all cling to idols. All right, idol worship is the nation's bread and butter. All right, Ammon and Moab, they worship Molech and Chemosh. The accounts in the scriptures name exactly the idols of the other nations.
That's right.
Baal and all of them. All of these heathens that are against us, that's their bread and butter. All right, their bread and butter is idols, and we know what the scriptures say about idols. Read.
Psalms 96 and 5. For all the gods of the nations.
If you don't know
idols.
who Ham is by now,
You
you need a Bible dictionary, and you could be able to know for yourself. We ain't gonna sit here, all right, and tell you who Ham is in this time of the game. Go ahead.
Look it up.
Look it up.
It says Psalms 96 and 5. For all the gods of the nations are idols.
All the gods of the nations are idols, okay? Ammon, Moab, all right, Ham, Ishmael, Japhet,
Edom.
you name it. Elam, Edom, You name any nation on this planet Earth, they worshiping idols. They're not worshiping the Most High and His Son. Hell, even this time now, Israelites themselves are not worshiping the Most High and His Son. You got more Muslim, so-called African Americans, than you have actual, Hebrew Israelites. But see, that's the thing. The Most High don't deal with large numbers. All right, but just painting a picture that these other nations, that's who they really are clinging to. They're clinging to witchcraft. They're clinging to idols, and that's why they're going. That's why their fate is sealed already.
That's right.
Go ahead.
That was it. I got another one though.
There's a little bit more here too when you finish.
Go ahead.
Finishing off in Jeremiah 48, verse 42 and 43, it says, "And Moab shall be destroyed from being a people."
Damn. The Most High said you're gonna be destroyed for being a people, man. I mean, you're just gonna be totally broken down. You ain't gonna have no standing military. All right. You're not gonna have your Buddha monk temples.
Your fat Buddha.
Your Eglon.
Yeah.
Eglon
Oh,
was
that's another monumental
Yeah.
heathen.
Fucking fat bastard. Eglon was a fat, nasty.
Pretty much that's Buddha.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much Eglon is Buddha, man.
Exactly.
You know?
I got it.
But you're not gonna have a standing army. You're not gonna have your Buddha monk temples. You're not gonna be able to fool the world with your fake kung fu flicks, which you stole from us.
That's right.
Because we're the original warriors. We're the original martial artists. We're the original, all right, everything. Jacob is the form of all things. You heathens, you gooks, you stole all that kung fu and all that martial arts stuff from us.
Yeah.
David's mighty man.
Abraham.
Yeah, you stole that from our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. You stole that from Israelites. That's not your heritage. You see, every time you think about a gook nowadays, you think about a Shaolin monk in a temple.
And then
But that's not their heritage, man.
And you know the average Jake, when they see a Chinese, they think he know karate
Yeah,
or
they
something.
think Yeah.
Don't fuck with them Chinese.
Then they gonna fuck you up. Get the fuck out. Beat the shit out of that motherfucker. I'll bend him. The fuck you talking about, man? Yo.
Yeah, brother. Hey, we gotta set it off on you heathens, man, because you heathens are pieces of garbage, man.
It says, "And Moab shall be destroyed from being a people, because he
Yeah. You know, and another thing about you gooks, man, you have a mind to be a slave, you know. You know, that's why a lot of you are good at, that math. That's good. That's actually a good thing.
But it says Moab should be my watch.
That's a good thing that, hey, y'all keep making them origamis. Y'all keep doing that calculus and all of that sophisticated math and all of that. That's good. Because we gonna use you to build very lavish castles and palaces, all right, and all kinds of luxurious things. That's going to be, because a lot of you heathens that have those talents, you have that for Israel.
That's right.
You have that to serve us.
That's right.
All right, you see, because I've seen certain videos in the past where they be getting down, they be doing all kinds of stuff, and cooking and stuff, and doing all kinds of stuff. That's for us.
Yeah.
That's for you, so you can entertain us and be our slaves. That's not so you can just roam freely and be proud about. The Most High said, "Ask of me, I will give the heathen for thine inheritance." Right?
That's right. It says, "Because he had magnified himself against Yahweh."
See? Go ahead.
"Fear," last verse, "fear and the pit and the snare shall be upon thee, O inhabitant of Moab."
That's right. You
Yahweh.
gonna like the brother of 12 tribes said, you gonna put in that work. You gonna put that work in, man.
They're
That's
gonna
right.
put that work in.
You're
That's
gonna
right,
be putting in
bro.
that work.
We landing bricks.
You're gonna be doing it all.
Cooking our food.
Yeah, you're gonna be doing it all. Damn it.
It's actually one
Massage.
more
We
verse.
need
It's actually one more
servants.
verse.
A royal people. All right, kings need serfs. The Lord says He's gonna make us a what? A nation of kings and priests.
So we need
So
something.
we gonna need that. Go ahead.
Last verse. "He that fleeth from the fear shall fall into the pit, and he that getteth up out of the pit shall be taken in the snare. For I will bring upon it, even upon Moab, the year of their visitation, saith Yahweh."
Oh, and not to mention, the coronavirus is said and rumored to originate from right there in China,
In Wuhan.
Wuhan, China.
Wuhan like a motherfucker.
So the Most High he's showing his true feelings towards you, gooks.
Hey, real quick, it shows you that in the movie Contagion. What happened? The dude, the cook, bat droppings dropped on the fucking food, and then the cook got contaminated by it, and then he touched another woman, then it spread. Boom,
Oh,
boom,
shit.
boom, boom. Watch the movie Contagion,
Watch
bro.
that shit again.
Watch the movie Contagion, and it started in China. And look at this, look at this coronavirus, where it started at.
China.
Yo, Esau be putting shit in his movies, man, and it goes over the people's head because it's like entertainment, but it's also predictive programming. It's also how they communicate with each other. Yeah,
I
bro.
just wanted to add, you got these gooks out here in America with their Chinese restaurant. Right? You got they losing a lot of money, man, because Jake ain't with it.
That's right.
Jake hearing about the coronavirus. You asked one nigga on the train, he attacked Chinese people. He's like, disease having bitch. You know what I'm saying? So
I ain't gonna lie. I think I seen a Moabite chick damn near break down and have a nervous breakdown on the train and start bawling out tears. She tried to hold it down, but I read her spirit. I was like, yeah, this bitch is ready to fucking lose it.
And then you had another chick, a Jake chick, started beating the shit out of another Moabite chick. She had a mask on. She was like, "You disease-ridden bitch." Started beating the shit out of the bitch, bro. That shit was funny as fuck. I said, "What the fuck?" You know what I mean?
Hey, man.
And the bitch got away, bro. She got the train scot-free when the door went doo-doo. Yo, the door tried to close, right? After she just regular for the bitch, bro. Doo-doo. She stopped the door and got the shit. The shit closed again and started moving. The bitch is going on the train off.
Wait, where was that kung fu at, brother?
Yo.
Where was Mulan?
Yo, the bitch was yo. She started hitting the bitch with fucking haymakers. The bitch still in the seat. The bitch hit with haymakers, kneeing the bitch in the face. All that. Do the bitch on the floor, stomped out.
You mean to tell me she didn't know that Shaolin monk?
She was helping. She was screaming for help. And people in the train was looking like an awe, like, oh, what the fuck? You know what I mean? And the bitch was like, you fucking disease-ridden bitch, take that mask off. Pap, pap, pap. You know what I'm saying? I kill you, bitch. You know what I mean?
Hey,
and the
man.
bitch got off the train and shit. And that shit was like, yo, she got away. But guess what? The next day I saw the news, they had images of her, but it was blared out.
Oh,
like,
okay.
and you couldn't really see because the images, like, you know, the cameras were not really
But
fucking
hey, brother,
right.
the
I said
Most
to myself, yo, the Most High blared the image. I said, that bitch can get away, man.
Hey, the Most High is bringing what he said. He's
You
bringing.
see that shit in the news, bro?
I come to set them at division.
Yeah.
The Lord is bringing division because everybody, Esau got the world on his fake tip of unity and love, but that ain't real. That's just a projection that Esau is putting out there.
It ain't love.
It ain't really love. Nobody. Hey, the scriptures say that
The love that means the West
the
Coast.
water.
yeah.
Go ahead.
And also
You got a little more.
one of the brothers put a picture up in the chat. It was like a note on the door of a Chinese restaurant. It says, "Dear customers, everyone working here have not left the United States past 2 years." So that's a disclaimer.
Yeah, disclaimer
You
that we
can
don't
eat-
got. We
you
don't
can eat here.
You can eat.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
losing a lot of business, bro.
Well, good.
Hey,
Cooking all that garbage.
go to the stock market. Watch their stocks, man. A lot of people that was mobile businesses in the United States, they lose a lot of money because they restaurants. Go to the restaurants. A lot of mobile restaurants in Midtown. Motherfuckers ain't eating no more. I remember before I got my ride, I was going to Delaware, and I was getting a Chinese bus, right? Yo, the Chinese bus is going out of business, bro. Nobody is getting on that shit no more, bro. And that shit is dirt cheap, bro.
Yeah.
For here to Delaware, right? It's $30. When it's a round trip, $30,
Yeah, go ahead.
It's like it's from here to Delaware, right?
Yeah.
From New York City to Delaware, it's $30, $35 round trip,
That
bro.
reminds me, and not for nothing, you know, like heavy populated places out here in New York City, like Flushing, Queens, they feeling that's like a whole nother Chinatown.
Hey, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I know because I used to be out there, and that's like Moab and really Moab land, like out there in Queens. They got a show on Netflix with this goop chick. I think her name is Nola or some shit. And you know what I'm saying? Pretty much, they showed what you was talking about the Chinese bus shit, how they go everywhere. But now they losing business, so wonder how that's gonna fare for them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can go from, check it out, this is crazy. From New York City to Florida,
On a
$50 round trip.
Damn.
On a goddamn mobile bus, bro. On a Chinese bus. $50 round trip, $25 one way. $50 round trip from New York City to Florida. That's fucking 3 days traveling on a bus. You driving in a car, I did it before from New York City to Fort Lauderdale. It took me 27 hours. And the reason why it took me 27 hours, I stopped in a hotel. I could have got there 24. I could have got there less than next. I had to drive, you know. When you open up on the highway, bro.
Yeah, but 27 hours is a long fucking
That's a
time.
long motherfucker.
You're tired.
Hey, yo, listen.
Fuck that.
I-95 South, yo, bro, it's not a lot of
Straight
turns,
shot.
bro. Yo, that shit is straight, bro.
Yeah.
That shit is a straight fucking.
Wait,
Yo,
but
you
let's
could
look-
open up, bro.
Well, look, let's bring it back to the point.
Because
We talking about Moab. We talking about their businesses. We're talking about how they were flourishing, and now, because of things like this, the coronavirus, the Most High is cutting this shit down, and that's hurting the economy. That's hurting business. All right, that's hurting the flow of you know, goods and stuff. So hey, the Most High is bringing this thing, you know, piecemeal, and then it's gonna just totally collapse. All right.
You go by these Moabite Chinese stores, man. You don't see a lot of Jake in them stores anymore. Them shits is like empty, man. You see a few
Good.
Jakes in there, that hey man, I'm gonna eat some chicken, man. I'm gonna get me some fucking
General So Rat.
some General Sauce rat. I'm gonna get some what you call that? Some them spare rib tips and shit.
Oh,
Man.
oh, rib tips.
Rib tips.
I'm gonna give me some rib tips.
Yeah.
Yeah, pork fried rice.
205, 205.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
What we reading? Where we at? Come on, let's go.
This is Numbers 14 and 12. I will smite them with the pestilence and disinherit them, and will make of thee a greater nation and mightier than they.
Yeah.
What scripture?
Hey, don't worry about it, brother. Shalom, shalom, for now.
Shalom.
Lord willing, I see you
Numbers,
Saturday.
14 and
I see you
12.
Saturday at the camp, and then Sunday in the gym. 10-8-6, baby. Shalom.
Read that again.
This is Numbers 14 and 12. I will smite them with the pestilence.
I will smite them with the pestilence. Hey, it's not coronavirus or pestilence. All right. Apostle Tahar brought out that it was 400 million on Saturday, and there's no telling if those numbers are even accurate.
Yep.
It might be more. Right? It might be more, it might be less. Most High knows. But nonetheless, it's doing some damage. Come on.
And disinherit them, and will make of thee a greater nation and mightier than they.
That's talking about the Israelites.
Yeah, it is talking about Israel. Go ahead.
Keep going now.
I mean, yeah, that's dealing with Israel, but nonetheless, prophecy and pestilences.
That's
all
right.
I got a precept.
Go ahead.
You done that?
Yeah.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 5. It says, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction."
What has been going on ever since 2020 came in? This has been ever since the so-called New Year came in, man. All right?
And it's only going to increase. Wait till the summertime. I can imagine what's going to happen in the summer. And then in the fall, when Donald Trump, in my estimation, is going to be re-elected, it's going to be all kind of riots out here, man. They don't want Donald Trump in the office, man.
I mean, he's still in there, brother.
Yeah, he might be re-elected
He's
again,
still
man.
in there, and for what it's worth,
I
he
hope
can set this shit off to where America is going to go into Third World War, and the prophecy of it being burned be fulfilled for all, you know, for our care. Because
he become a dictator.
Hey man, this place, America, is a bloody city, all right, and the Most High prepared it unto blood.
That's right.
Go ahead.
For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth.
Yeah, it's not like Donald Trump is trying to follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. Donald Trump is a proud billionaire devil.
That's right.
That's doing the bidding of the
And he's
international
only doing the
bankers.
bidding on the international bankers, and he only want to amass more riches and more control. All right, that's all that's on Donald Trump's mind. All right, to become more powerful. All right.
You can see the pride oozing off him. Once he was
course.
already a proud devil.
Yeah, you think Donald Trump don't want no more power? You think Donald Trump just wants to be just known as another president of the United States? No, he wants to be that guy. Trump wants to be that president that nobody will ever forget, man.
That's etched in stone. He said that too.
Yeah, well, that's the spirit. I didn't even hear him say that,
He
but
said, I want to make a legacy.
see that? Well, That's Esau. Is he not truthfully an Edomite? That's the sentiment. That's the attitude of Esau, man. All right, and he's gonna do what he's gonna do. All right, by will of the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because in Revelation 17, I believe 19 says he put in their hearts to do his will, fulfill his will, and that's dealing with NATO and the EU and all of these different countries. Go ahead.
Real quick, it tell you that in the book of Ezra. I'm saying Second Ezra, when Uriel was saying that he withstood for the prince of Persia was withheld him because back then the men,
Yeah, they was working on
their mind was much stronger than the feeble minds of these Edomites now. So the men back then, their minds was much stronger. So Uriel was working on the prince of the king of Persia's mind to do his will.
I don't think it was Uriel. I think it was Yahushua.
Yeah, it could have been Yahweh Slaki.
Yeah, because Uriel's in the second Ezra's.
That's the second Ezra. That's what he said. He said,
Okay.
He said, I will still. He said,
I'm thinking about Daniel for some reason. I don't know why.
He said, he told
Salaki, yeah.
he told second Ezra. He said, I would have king, but the kingdom of the Persians withstood me.
Okay, yeah.
For a certain amount of time.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah,
I got
got it.
something real quick.
Salaki, go ahead.
Yeah.
This is, oh, you still reading?
Yeah, you got it, bro. You got it.
This is Psalms 91:3. Surely he will deliver thee from the snare of the fowler,
Fowler. Yeah.
and from the noisome pestilence.
Yeah, and
Which is the nuclear missile game. You got it.
Yeah, a fowler is a bird hunter, and that's Esau, because Esau, that's one of his characteristics. All right, he likes to hunt wild animals, man. Right? The scriptures say Esau is he's a cunning hunter, man. Right, and who you see out there hunting these wild creatures, man. All right, that's Esau, man. Okay, and it said what else it said?
It says, surely he will deliver thee.
Yo, hold real quick. I gotta make a statement. I stand corrected, bro. Read that real quick.
Yeah, you talked about,
I said it was in second Ezra, but I wasn't. It wasn't in second Ezra.
Daniel chapter 10 and 12. Then said he unto me, fear not, Daniel, for from the first day that thou didst set thine heart to understand and to chasten thyself before thy power, thy words were heard.
Daniel stood to understand the prophecies, and the chastenings. How he chastened himself by eating the flowers that we did, eating the pulse, and praying and fasting, and that's how he chastened himself to understand these prophecies. But read.
It says, and to chasten thyself before the Most High, thy power, thy words were heard, and I am come for thy words. But the prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 120 days. That was Yahushua.
That was Yahushua, because Yahushua was supping with Daniel to open his mind to give him these prophecies, to reveal to him the secrets of the highest, man, them prophecies. But he was working on the mind of the kings of the Persians, man. And
120 days.
120 days. Why? Because the king's mind and men back in the ancient world, their mind was much stronger than the feeble minds of the men today. So
yep.
I stand corrected. I said it was second book of Ezra, and when Uriel talking to Ezra, it was Yahushua talking to Daniel. Slakia.
But the prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 120 days. But lo, Michael, one of the chief princes, came to help me, and I remained there with the kings of Persia.
And that's deep, man.
Yeah,
See?
Man.
That's deep. That lets you know that the Most High ruled from the kingdom of men, and the Most High also works on the mind of these kings when they sleeping upon their bed, when they drooling, and also when they making their decisions, man. All decisions and how the Most High work on their mind is when they sleeping, man. And it's still their instructions. But sometimes men that had strong minds, they was trying to resist the will of the Most High, but you can't resist the will of the Most High, man. Who can resist the will of the Most High? No man. And that's why eventually, after 120 days, the Most High's will was done. Yep. So I stand corrected. I just wanted to bring that out. So you can go back to that scripture right there.
Back in Psalms 91:3. Surely he will deliver thee from the snare of the fowler. And from the noisome pestilence.
Yeah, because Esau is the one that's bringing that pestilence. He's the fowler. All right, and we're in his kingdom. All right, so his kingdom is going to end through that noisome pestilence which is the nuclear destruction, because Esau is the sword of the Lord. His blessing was the sword, all right, and he was given the knowledge by the Most High. That's why the scriptures say the Most High is the one that created the smith that blew up the coals in the fire, but he gave it to Esau, all right, and Esau has advanced it to what we have today, all right. All these new missiles being created, man, through the arms race, man, which are eventually gonna be used, man. All right, that's why the scriptures say these nations are gonna spare no arrows, man. It's gonna be a nuclear desolation, man. But the elect is gonna be delivered from that. That's what Psalms 91 is about, man. The elect is not gonna like the scriptures say, the Lord shall deliver you in famine.
I got it.
All right. See, that's the spirit.
Yeah, Job 5, right?
You read it and
Read
you
it
want
out.
you can break it down.
Yeah. Nah, you got it, bro.
Nah,
This is Job chapter 5.
Quiet for a while.
This is
Okay.
book of Job chapter 5, verse 19. He shall deliver thee in 6 trouble, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee.
Yeah, 7 it means completion. All right. So when the plagues come to a complete in full effect, all right, when it's complete hell out here, all right, when it's gonna seem like there's no hope, the Most High is gonna deliver us, man. All right, and at that same time, Yahweh Shai, he's gonna be appearing, making his appearance. All right, gathering his elect. All right, because the final plague is what? The nuclear destruction, man. All right, when the missiles come to America, which is Babylon the Great, all right, and America shoot back, man, on different nations, man. All right, and we see all the words that's written for to come to pass in this time. All right, it's happening now, man. All right, we got the EU being broken up, man. Great Britain, man. All right, they doing things outside of the U.S. jurisdiction, man.
Real quick, they say now Portugal, France, and Germany are going to be the heads of the EU because of the breaking out of Great Britain. At first it was Great Britain, France, and Germany. Now they're going to put Portugal in the place of Great Britain, and they're going to be the heads of the EU because those are the powerhouses. Portugal was not really a powerhouse, but they was holding their own. But now I guess Germany and France is going to fund Portugal to the point whereas they're going to be up there with them because the major powerhouses was Germany, France, and Great Britain. But now Great Britain has exited, so now it's Portugal, France, and Germany. That's going to be the heads of the European Union or the EU or NATO. Gabriel, you got to slack it.
Huh. No, that was a good point. You got it, brother.
It says, verse 20, in famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword.
So the Lord is going to be with the elect, all right? Point blank period. Whether, because there's going to be a famine out here in America, all right? The economy is going to collapse, all right? It's going to lead to famines, all right? You're going to have natural disasters, all right? You're going to have earthquakes. You're going to have, food shortages, okay? Crops being destroyed, crops not being grown, all right? That's why the scripture says there's going to be a lack of bread and great tribulation, okay? And what was that last part it said?
It says, and in war from the power of the sword.
Yeah, and we're not in the time of peace. We're in the time of war, okay? We're in the time of war. That's why you got over there in Syria right now. You got these nations over there in Syria. They're in a big battle. All right, you got Turkey and Syria going at it. Okay, and Turkey's straggling the fence, man. All right, because on one hand they're doing business with Russia, but then they still got ties with NATO and the EU.
They still part of NATO.
Yeah. But eventually, we know according to the scriptures that the Lord is going to break all of that up, man. All right, the scriptures say what? That the beast shall hate the whore. All right, so we living in that time. Okay, and I had an article.
Bring it out.
We gonna start winding down after that.
After this article, we're gonna start winding it down. Bring this article out.
Come. It says this is from RT News. It says Russia and EU on path to cut out the dollar by boosting settlements and national currencies. So as we mentioned earlier, you got Great Britain, they leaving the EU, all right, and then you got Russia and the EU. They're cutting up the dollar, man.
And they're coming together economically. You know?
Yeah. So here it is. You got Great Britain leaving the EU. On the same hand, the EU is still, you know, doing their own thing, man, dumping the dollar.
That's right.
So this place is finished, man. The United States economy, man. The days of the United States and their world reserve currency being the top currency is coming to an end. All right, and that's why we're seeing all these things happen, man. They trying to distract the people, man. With all this with all these distractions. All right. You know, the coronavirus and what is some more?
Bird flu.
Yeah, these different viruses.
Swine flu, bird flu,
Yeah.
SARS, coronavirus, mad cow disease, all kinds of disease that's been created. H1N1, you know, all, mad cow disease have motherfuckers shaking, shivering, all that crazy shit, man, you know.
Mad cow disease,
Yeah.
fun disease.
You know, you got the elections coming up. You know.
So you got a lot of divergence out there. You got a lot of, you know.
And what's new?
No,
I'm saying, what's new? Like, divergence has always been there.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just what you people out here are really putting your minds to, man.
Now, what the hell?
I don't know, brother. Don't even entertain that. You know what I'm saying? I thought the same thing, but don't entertain it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we weren't talking about nothing about no Kobe Bryant, bro. Like, who gives, like, we not talking about, we're talking about real life situations according to the prophecies of the Lord, man. All right? So, we see that the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai is opening up and he's bringing things, the process has begun to where people are going to lose their damn minds out here and they're going to face miseries. They're going to face the judgment. All right, because your mind, a lot of you guys' minds, you Jake's minds is not on what's important, man.
That's right.
And you're going to find yourself in a jam, and you ain't going to be able to get out that jam because your head's been so far jammed up your ass and not really
Esau's ass.
Yeah, whatever. All right, yeah, whatever. All right, don't matter. You're still your head's still full of shit. All right, you know what I'm saying? And that's what's gonna get you messed up out here.
But you know the crazy thing is, right? Kobe Bryant's in the spirit world, so he's okay. He's not gonna have to face the calamities of Jacob's trouble and everything that's gonna come with that. You that put that up there is gonna face that.
If your mind ain't right,
Yeah.
And
your mind
apparently,
ain't right.
it's Nikki.
No, bro, like I just said, bro, you
No,
don't
I ain't
even gotta do
entertaining
all of
that.
that, bro.
Yeah, come. But you know,
All
hey,
he's
man.
saying is get your head out of the bullshit and get your head right with what's what the Most High is doing.
In these prophecies.
All right, because it ain't nothing more important than being delivered up out of America when the shit goes down. All right, you ain't gonna be talking about no Kobe Bryant when the nuclear missiles are coming.
And get out of the spirit of this world and get into the spirit of prophecy. Because that's we in the spirit of prophecy, and that's what's coming to pass. The prophecies, man, that's spoken about in the scriptures, man. So that's what you have to focus on, man. All the other bullshit is minute,
bullshit.
Man. It's bullshit and have no relevance, man. We're in the time of prophecy, man. Hey, that's why the Most High put the spirit on the apostles to heart to coin this year, the spirit of prophecy, man. The year of prophecy, because we're in the spirit of prophecy. And all kind of prophecies is coming to pass. Look what happened. We're in the second month of this year, and all kind of prophecies is coming to pass, and there's still more to come.
So with that, close it out.
So with that, you gonna close it out?
We're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kodash.
and double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Until next time, Shalom and Ababa Ball.
Ball.
Shalom.
Come Yasharallah.
Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom. To the